type of atmosphere only an Ateneo-LaSalle game can bring, even in women's volleyball. Starters on your screens for LaSalle, of course, Micaela Esperanza, Abigail Maranyo, Jack Alarca, Steph Mercado, Melissa Gohing, their libero Michelle Gumabao, and Cha Cruz. For Ateneo, Gretchen Ho, Bea Pascual, Cara Acevedo, Z. Hervasio, Jem Ferrer, Denise Lazaro, their libero, and Phil Cainglet. Both teams playing for the right to face UST, who are already waiting in the finals after defeating the Adamson University Lady Falcons last Wednesday, 3-1. LaSalle, of course, because they are the #1 seed at the end of the elimination round, they have a twice-to-beat advantage. Rookie super setter Micaela Esperanza starting things off. It's LaSalle versus Ateneo. This is the Final Four of your UAAP Season 73 Women's Volleyball Finals. And Alarca mistimed that one. Early point for the ladies in blue.
Now, you know what's important for Ateneo going up against the #1 team, LaSalle, is to just be consistent from the first point until the very last point of each set.
It has been a while since Ateneo has scored a win against LaSalle. Since Coach Roger came in, Ateneo have been 0-6. They have been swept every time by LaSalle since Coach Roger came in UAAP Season 71. Melissa Gohing putting that one up. Alarca finishing that one on a quickie. Last time, of course, Ateneo defeated LaSalle was in UAAP Season 70. Let's go to Steph C for her first report on Ateneo.
It's a battle much like David and Goliath, as Coach Roger puts it when he speaks of today's match. But amidst the thought that they're going against a very tough opponent, he continues to remind the girls that they're not fighting against an Olympic team. LaSalle is just a collegiate team, much like Ateneo, and that they also have their own set of weaknesses. Which is why the Lady Eagles didn't only prepare themselves physically, but they also psychologically prepared for this game. Now, being the underdogs today, Ateneo will capitalize on LaSalle's overconfidence. Aside from that, they'll do their best to execute the plays properly today, as Coach Roger reminded the team to start strong as well as to have the heart to win. Anton and Ed.
Thank you, Steph. Of course, Coach Roger Goreab in his 3rd season, 25 years of coaching experience. So they already have the coach on their team. It's up to the players now to raise their level to that of the teams like LaSalle and UST here in the UAAP.
But LaSalle right now starting off strong.
And Steph mentioned the weaknesses of LaSalle. Did you see any weaknesses? Of course, LaSalle had a tough game against UST. What did you see? Did you see a chink in the armor of LaSalle in that game?
Could be, because what Steph mentioned earlier is that what Ateneo would actually capitalize on would be the overconfidence of LaSalle. And I guess that game against UST, probably LaSalle wasn't expecting that it would go all the way to 5 sets. So, meron din sigurong ganung factor. And if you look back at what happened last year, they were off to a clean slate in the elimination round, only to find out that in the end, UST would take away the win from them.
This time around, LaSalle was able to claw back and defeat UST. Let's go to Job De Leon for a report on the side of LaSalle.
Anton, right now, I don't think LaSalle is anything but overconfident. They're really focused in this game. Earlier, I got to talk to Coach Ramil, and he said he definitely wants to end this series this afternoon. He said, we worked so hard to get to where we are right now in this tournament, and so we can't expect them to give Ateneo any breathing room. He did say, though, that it'll be a challenge to contain the Lady Eagles' Jem Ferrer. He said that she's a gifted player, and you can never tell what's going on in her head. He commends her for finding creative ways to put her teammates in a position to score. Anton and Dan?
Thank you, Job. Coach Ramil really respecting the talents of players, even on opposing teams. Z. Hervasio with a kill right there.
And of course, Jem Ferrer is currently the #1 setter this season. And tama, it's actually very nice to hear that even coaches from other teams where you're not playing, do recognize the talent that you have.
Jem Ferrer is also the reigning best setter here in the UAAP. Right now, 6-3 in the first set in favor of LaSalle. A joust at the top. It's a violation, a point to the ladies in green. And LaSalle can't be overconfident and coming into this game, considering what happened in their last game against UST, when for the first time they went into a set wherein if they lost, they would lose a game for the first time this season.
Right, but seems like LaSalle is starting off strong.
They are up by 5 as we go into our first technical timeout. Back with more Women's Final Four after a few reminders. Gretchen Ho able to get one through. This double block by LaSalle. Maranya was late on that one, so Mercado couldn't handle it by herself. Point for Gretchen Ho. Micaela Esperanza goes to Steph Mercado. Good dig by Z Hervasio. Jem Ferrer can't chase it. So another point for LaSalle. 3 graduating players combined from both sides. Steph Mercado, one of them, playing in her 5th and final year here in the UAP, along with her teammate Jack Alarca. Of course, on the other side for Ateneo, Bea Pascual could be playing in her final game in blue if Ateneo loses today.
That time, that back set worked for Ateneo.
Sara Acevedo, 4th-year player and former Rookie of the Year in season 70 when Ateneo swept LaSalle in 2 games. Of course, one of them was by forfeit. So this forfeit rule of the UAAP has been violated already in the past.
But look at that single block for Ateneo. Now this is where Ateneo should really focus on also. Now, aside from the back row defense, they also have to make sure that there are blockers in the front line.
Gretchen Ho.
Going ahead of that double block of LaSalle, firing that one through. Her team still down by 4 here in the first set. Excellent atmosphere. A lot of LaSalle and Ateneo fans in the stands. That's the one thing you can expect from this rivalry, even here in the sport of volleyball.
And you can see the disappointment of Coach Roger at the sidelines when that happened. It was clearly a miscommunication.
Gretchen Ho and Jem Ferrer stopped in their tracks. Jem Ferrer, those are the things that Coach Ramil wanted his ladies to be aware about. From the back row, she gets denied.
That one is out.
But it goes out.
Take a look at that again. Alarca had a good timing reading her Vasha, but the angle was pointing towards the direction of the sidelines.
That's the power of Z Hervasio. And there's Alarca, dug up well by Phil. Still playable here.
Very smart move there by Z Hervasio.
All smiles.
Look at that. She was actually keeping an eye on that open area.
Good effort there by Melissa Goheng, but Z was right there at the top of the net. Too strong there for Phil Kainet. Mika Esperanza and the rest of the Lady Spikers trying to set a return trip to the finals against UST, who are already waiting. Bea Pascual and the rest of the Lady Eagles have other plans, of course. Chuck Cruz, team captain of LaSalle. And Jack Alarca now putting up that one.
Oh! That one goes through. Free ball, but Chuck Cruz commits an error. I like what I'm seeing from Ateneo. They are very aggressive in terms of executing the attacks. In fact, if you look at the offense, lahat malakas eh. Lahat may power.
I am not sure how that ball found its way up. Jack Alarca was already smiling at herself there. Chuck Cruz, good dig there by the rookie Lazaro. Here's Phil from the back row. Gohing putting it up. Jack Alarca over the double block.
Smart move by Alarca. This is the experienced middle attacker for LaSalle.
Coach Roger calls the first timeout. Let's listen in.
Hindi kayo referee, player kayo ha. Bayaan nyo siya kahit pumito yung bola. Hindi kayo magdidesisyon, may referee, sayang ang bola eh. Hayaan nyo lang yan. Yan. Pagka nagkombinasyonan, huwag kang magbibigay ng mataas na bola, aabutin ng blocker eh. Sabihan nyo ha, kapag ka-chance ball na, sundan nyo na sundan yung bola ha. Kaya, tingnan mo yung blocker mo ha, huwag kang papasok ng diretso. Mas maganda magsislide ka para humabol yung blocker, para hindi siya nakasteady.
Coach Roger Goreyev telling his ladies to be aware of the blockers of De La Salle University, the best blocking team in the UAAP. Jack Alarca, best blocker awardee in UAAP season 71. Joanne C, also best blocker last year. And could we see another award from Michelle Gumabao this year? Right now she's on track to do that, but Chuck Cruz with a service error.
Now, two unofficial count, but I guess 2 errors for Chuck Cruz. One was her attempt in bringing the ball over earlier, and another one on the service area.
Steph Mercado off the hands of the Lady Eagles. We go back to Steph. Cara able to swipe that one. Good dig there by Steph to keep it alive. Gumabao! There you go. Watch this one more time.
Defense of Ateneo was too late that time.
And now Jack Alarca serving. She'll be on the back row here. Philka Inglet hits it from the back row. And Maraño with a quick on that one. Dug up by Chuck Cruz. That hit by Hervasio off the hands. A joust at the top. Ball is still alive. Hervasio one more time. And she fires it in between Maraño and Gumabao.
But this, the Hervasio.
Look at the way she flicked her wrist on that one. Good form by Hervasio, and now she's doing that sky ball serve. They go to Kainglet. Her try is foiled.
Oh!
But that one is too strong for Gumabao.
Gumabao was slightly underneath the ball in that attempt and failed to flick her wrist.
Ateneo hanging on here. 14.
Oh.
And make that 15. 12 in favor of LaSalle. Hervasio too strong. This is Steph Mercado. And it's too strong.
The exchanges and you know, the errors that we're seeing at the service line seem to be consistent for both teams.
Cara Acevedo now. Esperanza went to Abby. Good save there by Hervasio to keep it alive for the ladies in blue. Maraño will try again, but this time Acevedo couldn't handle that one.
Second technical timeout.
A tight first set. LaSalle up by 3. Back with more Women's Final Four only here on Studio 23. Iba Cabarcada. P of LaSalle's last championship in UAAP season 71, of course, Ina Santos.
along with former player Celine Hernandez. Also, an alumni of LaSalle.
Ila Santos, also the best receiver in UAP Season 71. Last year's libero for Ateneo, Stephanie Gabriel.
Nice to see that those players who already graduated continue to support their teams by watching the games here at the arena.
Back to the game.
Of course, LaSalle looking to advance to the finals and recapture the UAP women's crown they last won in UAAP Season 71. That was in 2009. Ila Santos, the MVP of that team. Of course, Ateneo, on the other hand, bringing coach Roger Gorayev with a winning tradition. Still looking for their first UAAP women's crown. Gretchen Ho just avoiding that double block. Ateneo being the much smaller team, we can see that the tactic they are using is trying to avoid and go around that double block of LaSalle.
But of course, they would have a difficult time in blocking those attacks coming from LaSalle.
Lot of weapons on the offensive end for LaSalle. This instant replay brought to you by Shakey's. Shakey's, it's fun family pizza. Chuck Cruz for you.
Maranyo with that service error.
LaSalle, numerous service errors here. Trying to keep, because of that, Ateneo sticking close to LaSalle here in the first set.
There was a touch called on Esperanza.
Immediately, the Ateneo ladies saying that there was a touch, signaling with their hands. Shakey's fast serve. Shakey's It's Fun Family Pizza. Phil Cainglet, third-year player for Ateneo. Came in at the same time as Ziher Basho, her former teammate in high school, Jem Ferrer and Gretchen Ho, along with their coach, Roger Gorayev. Right now, down by 1 in the first set in what has been a long time since Ateneo faced LaSalle in the Final Four. And right now, we are tied at 17. And that forces Coach Ramil De Jesus to call for time.
Ano yung mag-jack? Hindi pa nilalagay mo ng bola. Ha? Umibabaw ka, huminga ng bola. Pilitin mo i-set. Okay? Isit tayo sa maganda. Then, mag-concentrate ka sa block. Naiiwas si Mika dito eh. Alam niya, ibabalik dito. Oh, single block nga kay Mika. Then, nagmamadali ka sa atake. Pasukan na pa.
Coach Ramil De Jesus in his 13th season as the head coach of LaSalle. What a dominant elimination round they've had. 10 out of their 13 wins were straight set victories. But the first time they gave up a set was against this team that they are playing against right now, Ateneo. In the first round, LaSalle won 3 sets to 1. The first time they gave up a set. Trying to stabilize themselves after Ateneo was able to claw back and tie the game at 17. Coach Ramil calling his first timeout. Esperanza once again to serve.
Excellent floater there for Esperanza.
Ziher Basho trying to pound it off that double block. Back to Ateneo, and there's the power of Z.
And now this is what's good with Ateneo right now. They've found the right technique, you know, to get the ball through the tall blockers of LaSalle. Look at that attack from Hervasio.
Pounding it off as hard as she can against that double block.
Outside.
And looky here, the ball goes outside. A point for Ateneo. This is their first lead here in the first set.
You know, you got to give credit to Jem Ferrer for doing an excellent job in setting up for the Lady
That's
Eagles.
an ace for
And
the
this time
captain.
around, an excellent job with that service, getting an ace.
Ateneo making things interesting here
Timeout
in the first set.
ladies Spikers.
Timeout again for Coach Ramil.
Nag-receive na tayo. Intended receive. Tapos, yung kombinasyon natin, wala na. Hindi tayo nag-combinasyon. Kanya-kanya din tayo. Tapos ipit na tayo. Huwag natin yung madaliin. Kanya-kanyang tao din. Tapos, pag yung tumalon, huwag kaya yung tumalon. Huwag tayo makipagsabayan ng talon. Kaya yung tumalon. Pumeso lang tayo. Ha? Wala tayo sa question. Nagkamadali tayo masyado eh. Nakikipag ko lang tayo umukod sa kanila eh. Sila yung pumapalo, hindi tayo. Pag nakita yung kamay natin sa taas, papalo yung palabas. Pag hindi nakita, hindi yan. I-challenge yung hindi nyo malot, nakaabot natin yun. Okay, then sa tapos, dahan-dahan. Pag nakagaling sa receive, mag-combination dahan. Okay, okay, go.
Still calm and collected, Coach Ramil Dlsu. No signs of panic from him, despite his team
Back to the game.
being in unfamiliar territory, down by 2.
Let's see how they will adjust, but Mercado crosses the line.
Her momentum carried her straight to the net. So another point for Ateneo. They're up by 3. Let's watch this again.
You know, earlier, that was what Coach Ramil pointed out. He told the girls that they haven't been executing a lot of the plays that they've practiced during training. But with that, Cruz gives Lazaro a facial.
That was mean. Shot Cruz. That wasn't nice.
The ball was too quick for Lazaro to adjust.
Lazaro's a
It's an
gamer. She
ace.
just smiled it off. But
Of course, liberos are already used to these kinds of situations. I'm sure it just doesn't happen in the game. Minsan kahit sa training, because of the very hard training these liberos get.
and the team captain of LaSalle right now. Oh! After getting 2 straight points, sends that one straight to the net.
Not the best set for Cruz. She has committed quite a few errors already so far here in the first set.
Here's Bea.
And you know that, of course, we'll give credit to Ateneo. They've done an excellent job. But, you know, these errors from LaSalle, pinapadali din nila for Ateneo to score the points.
A lot of service errors. We'd like to see the numbers later. Can they keep this one alive? They do. And the crowd loves it. Gretchen Ho leaning back on that running spike. Still alive here. Z tries to power it through. But Alarca and Gumabao says access denied.
At this right timing there for Gumabao, roofing that attack from Hervasio.
Very tight first set. Ateneo took their first lead at 19 and 18. Led by as many as 3. Now LaSalle down by 1. Make that 2.
Acevedo catching LaSalle unaware and not ready with that drop ball.
And look at the face of Coach Roger Gorayeb.
You know, he sees that this is an opportunity for his team to win the set. 2 points away from closing the set, and I'm sure he doesn't want to let go of this.
That's the champion coach that we know, multi-titled Coach Roger Gorayeb. He just looked at the score. 25 years of coaching experience in volleyball in all levels, women's division, men's division, national team. Can he help this Ateneo squad steal a set against LaSalle? Acevedo getting denied by Gumabao. And they can't chase it.
Timeout Ateneo Lady Eagles.
2 straight points from LaSalle. Coach Roger calls the timeout.
Wala kang option, kundi paluin na lang yung bola eh. Hindi ka makakapag-yes, hindi ka makakapunta rito kasi nasa ilalim ka ng bola eh. Pagkatikit, Phil, Jem, idulo mo yung bola sa may antena. Phil, pacheck lang dito ha. Huwag nila, sabi ko sa inyo kahapon, huwag nyo papaluin ng madilim, si. Diretsuhin nyo na, hayaan yung tumama lang ng tumama, mahaba ang kamay nila eh. Una tayo re-receive ha.
Coach Roger Gorayeb reminding his ladies of the instructions he gave them in their practice yesterday. He wants these Lady Eagles to be confident when hitting that volleyball.
Here's Stephanie
Not to be
Mercado.
afraid of the taller blockers of these Lady Spikers. Let's see how they will respond off the timeout. Let
Point for the
just
Lady
what
Eagles.
Coach
They're
Roger
at
ordered.
set point.
Take note, that attack was made in the middle, not in her usual position at the left as an outside hitter.
Catching the Lady Spikers off guard. Set point for Ateneo. Can they steal one away in this first set against LaSalle, last year's runner-up? Maraño says no way.
There's a point.
As she ties this one up.
This is such an exciting first set. Look at how close the score is.
Again, LaSalle is being tested, and
Here's Michelle
And
Romano.
this is what Coach Roger was pointing out earlier. You capitalize on their confidence, but
It's an ace.
that service scores
And
us on another
Dlsu is at
point.
set point.
Reception error there from Ateneo. I was just about to actually give credit to them because they were doing a great job in receiving the ball, and that is why they're able to execute such excellent attacks in the front line.
that is going to be a heartbreaker should LaSalle get this set. They are at set point. Phil Kainglet, is it in?
Goes out.
Outside.
It's
The
called
referee
out.
says it's out.
That is set number 126 to 24.
What an opening set. The atmosphere is electric, and we have been treated to a competitive first set between LaSalle and Ateneo, but in the end, LaSalle taking it 26 to 24. Set number 2 coming up. This is your UAP Season 73 Women's Volleyball Tournament Final 4, only here on Studio 23, Iba Kabarkada.
UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Let's take a look at the highlights from set number 1, and Anne, what a competitive set we had. LaSalle was leading comfortably, but then Ateneo, because of the service errors of LaSalle, was able to crawl back, took their first lead at 19 and 18, led by as many as 3. But then LaSalle still kept fighting, Bikitan towards the end. In the end, LaSalle won set number 1, 26 to 24.
But what's nice with Ateneo in the first set was you saw the aggressiveness, not just in the back row where they did an excellent job defending the balls, but also in the front line. They really challenged the blocking of LaSalle. Remember, LaSalle is the #1 blocking team, but the technique, the strategy, the plays that Jem Ferrer executed for the Lady Eagles, it worked. Medyo kinulang ng konti sa huli. There were a few lapses, may mga errors ng konti. Pero, that the first set ended with the outside, yung hit ni Kainglet, which went out. But, overall, if you get the feel of the game, you'll see that these girls on blue still did an excellent job. 13 points. In terms of attacks, even, mas mataas pa than LaSalle as compared to only 12 of LaSalle. For 4 service aces for LaSalle as compared to only 1 of Ateneo. But LaSalle scored 10 points from the errors of Ateneo, while Ateneo got 7 from LaSalle's errors.
Thank you for tuning in to Studio 23. This is ABS-CBN Sports exclusive coverage of the UAAP Season 73 Women's Volleyball Finals. Earlier in our first game in the men's volleyball semifinals, UST was able to score a come-from-behind win against De La Salle University to make a return trip to the finals, wherein they will face FEU, and that final series will begin next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. Let's go to Stephanie C. Let's hear what Ateneo talked about before this second set.
Well, fighting against a team who has their minds definitely set on becoming the champion is not an easy task for the Lady Eagles. Now, speaking to Coach Roger a while ago, sabi nga niya sa akin na alam niyang matapang yung LaSalle. Kaya nga gusto niya maging mas palaban yung team. He wants to win, but as much as he desires that, he said that it's not up to him because it's the players who have to want it. He needs the girls to keep being aggressive and to have no doubts with themselves. Like he said, kalaban lang nila ang sarili nila. In addition to that, he further instructed them to communicate inside the court, to play smart, and of course, to make good adjustments. Sabi nga niya, di pwedeng kahit ano na lang. Clearly emphasizing that their plays have to be executed properly in order for them to work. Anton and Ann.
Thank you, Steph. Well, the Ateneo management has really been trying to exhaust all their options here, hiring coach Roger Gorayeb, and all that's left is for the players to respond, and be able to uplift this volleyball program to match that of LaSalle's, FEU's, and UST's.
That's right. But, over the years, again, like what we said before, we've seen the big improvement in the lineup of Ateneo. And now they've actually gotten their goal of, making it to the Final Four.
It's their second straight year in Coach Roger Gorev's tenure to make it in the Final Four. But Z Herbacio, after a strong start, some lapses for this powerful number 6 of the Lady Eagles. Right now, Jack Alarca, another one of those graduating players on the side of LaSalle. Dug up well by Micaela Esperanza. Maranyo pops it up to Mercado, and she finishes that one. Job De Leon, we'll go to you right now.
At this point in the season, Anton, Coach Ramil expects his team to run like clockwork. But right now, he says that's not necessarily the case. There's some things he wants to tweak, some screws he wants to tighten. First, he wants some better block coverage, saying that they gave away a few points on that account. Next, he told the girls to play smarter on offense. Coach said, don't insist on sending the ball to the blockers, look for the floor. And lastly, he told the girls to calm down and just settle into the game. There's nothing we haven't seen from Ateneo, he said, so there's no reason why we can't close this out. Anton and Dan?
Thank you, Job. LaSalle right now 5-3, leading by 2 against the Lady Eagles. And right there, another point from Steph Mercado, one of the veterans on this LaSalle squad.
To serve Stephanie Mercado.
Lazaro, rookie libero. Ferrer popping it off to Herbacio. Trying to redeem herself here in set number 2 is Z.
Great angle there by Z Herbacio.
Second time we've seen her go around that double block of LaSalle. This is going to be a free ball for Ateneo. Lazaro, back set by Ferrer.
Outside.
And Acevedo, tough one for her. That one goes outside.
Serving Michelle.
So far, Ateneo has showed no signs of being disheartened after letting that first set go. They had it in their hands, but it just slipped away in the end.
Too long.
But it was well fought, and I think, if they look back at set number 1, they can definitely say that they did a great job. May not be enough to win that set, but, in terms of aggressiveness, in terms of defense, it was there. Konting push na lang. But what they need is to make sure that they will bring that same kind of aggressiveness and momentum even here in the second set.
And that's what it's looking like at this point. Of course, we saw Coach Roger feeling it as well, that they had a chance to get that first set. He was up on his feet, calling timeouts when they needed it. But in the end, LaSalle just much more experienced than these Ateneo Lady Eagles. Cruz over the double block of Ateneo as we go into our first technical timeout here in the second set. Back with more Women's Final Four after these. Was talking about at the top of the coverage, excellent atmosphere here for volleyball, Ateneo and LaSalle. This is the type of rivalry that every sports fan in the Philippines would like to be a part of. And right now, Ateneo fans showing that they believe in their team. They believe that they can reach the level of the LaSalles, the FEUs, and the USTs one day. One thing's for sure, they will always bring one big fight whenever they take the floor. But right now, LaSalle leading them by 2. And at this point, we would like to thank the USTV Awards for awarding the UAAP as the best sports program. Thank you very much to the USTV Awards. Excellent honor for the UAAP, and we at ABS-CBN Sports are delighted to have that award. But of course, excellent games as always from the UAAP. Right now, an exciting one again here in the second set between Ateneo and LaSalle.
As Shaq Cruz commits that net violation error. aggressive. She wasn't able to hold her momentum and went straight into the net.
We saw Steph Mercado do that also in the first set.
Poor reception there by Abigail Maranyo.
And Ateneo taking a lead here in the second set.
Remember earlier they were actually down, but they did an excellent job in getting ahead of LaSalle.
Melissa Gohing doing her job and putting that one up, and Jack Alarca finishing it easily for the Lady Spikers. Instant replay brought to you by Shakey's. Shakey's, it's fun, family pizza. Jack Alarca just blasting that through. And the girls in blue couldn't handle it. But Bea Pascual, using her experience, she has that as well.
And on the LaSalle side, no coverage was there. Poor reception by Gohing.
Leads to this far away spike by Steph Mercado.
This is where you really see the importance of getting a good reception and being able to execute a good play.
Ateneo was able to lead by as many as 3 in the first set. Let's see if they can get that same number again here in the second set. No, they don't. Steph Mercado making up for that earlier spike, although it was a difficult one.
Here's Mika Esperanza.
Coach Ramil on his feet, giving instructions to the girls on the front row. Ferrer going with that dump. Alarca. Z now over Gumabao. They go to Steph, trying to blast it through the double block. Ferrer, a quick to Pascual. It is still... No, it is not.
Point for De La Salle.
It is out.
Good effort though on the part of the Lady Eagles to run after that ball.
Substitution, the elevator coming
Just
in
like
for
that, the
Gian
score is now
Marshall.
tied to 11, Anton.
And now, Coach Roger brings in his first substitution. Jorella De Jesus comes in. That one goes out. Another service error for LaSalle by their rookie setter, Micaela Esperanza. Ateneo up by 1 still here in set number 2. Oh!
There was hesitation there on the part of Alarca, resulting to that ball going out.
Micaela goes to Steph.
Stephanie
You could see that one coming. Just powering that one. Excellent form
Serve Jack
for
Alarca.
Steph Mercado. Ferrer now goes to Pascual. We have a violation. Maranyo doesn't agree with it,
On the
but
Lady Spiker.
let's watch it once again, Anne.
There might have been,
Bea
hard to tell,
Pascual.
but there might have been a touch. That's when, the players get aggressive right in front of the net.
Misreception there by Chuck Cruz. And a block
Point for
there.
Ateneo.
Goes right in. Mercado denied on the weak side. Ateneo once again getting a 3-point lead here against LaSalle. Look at Jorella De Jesus pumped up after that one. Running spike by Ho. Denied there. Elevator elevating on top. Maranyo still alive. De Jesus will try again. Mercado digging that one up. Gumabao.
Michelle Gumabao.
And this is what's nice with Esperanza. She has all the options in the front line. Kahit na, behind her, in front of her, or in the
Stephanie
middle, she knows that
Mercado.
there is a strong attacker that can take on her set.
An abundance of offensive options on the side of LaSalle.
Boyfriend Dlsu, illegal blocker.
Great read
Ateneo.
there by Maranyo. Getting right up there immediately to send that volleyball back. Phil Kainglet has been quiet. De Jesus trying to make some noise. Gets blocked. Free ball for LaSalle. Gohing will get it. Back set. Gumabaw once again.
Gumabaw.
She is on fire.
Substitution, Zia Armacio.
To the back, taking advantage of her late blockers. For Ateneo, timing is really very important when it comes to blocking because they're up against strong attackers from LaSalle.
15 all.
Gretchen Hall.
Gretchen Hall. Able to get that one through to the delight of the Ateneo faithful here inside the arena in San Juan City. We'll be back after this break. Here on this Ateneo team this afternoon who has really showed that she wants to win. It's Gretchen Hall right here. Playing well and enjoying herself. But she can't do it alone. It has to be a collective team effort.
That's Denise Tan, former setter of UST. Joining us in today's game.
Back to the ball game, serving Zia
Even if
Armacio.
walang game ang women's ng UST, just really enjoying volleyball.
It's an ace.
Service ace there by Z. Hervasio trying to come alive once again. Had a strong start in the first set. Of course, LaSalle wins today. They will move on to face the defending champion UST Tigresses in the finals, which will begin on Wednesday. Kainglet still having trouble getting through the blockers of Dlsu.
Michelle
Lazaro
Gumabaw.
can save that one.
Gumabaw very effective in her position, both in blocking and attack.
Michelle Gumabaw.
But Ateneo still find themselves with the lead here, 17-16. Ferrer, who will she choose? She chooses Phil. Still alive here for Ateneo. Kainglet will try again. Esperanza sent back there by Gretchen Hall. They go to Chuck Cruz.
Cruz goes down the line.
Watch it once again. Look how fast. Going, and gone. $17 all. Another deadlock here in set number 2. Kainglet, and that one will go out.
Time out Ateneo Lady Eagles.
Again, LaSalle reclaims the lead. Let's listen in.
Kung masyadong panggigilan yung bola, ay isipin mo, ibabawan mo yung bola. Huwag yung nanggigigil ka na mapalo mo ka agad yung bola. Kasi pag pumapalo ka, hanapan yun ng butas. Eh, pag di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, kapag ka nandito na yung pumapalo, lagi ko naman sinabi, huwag kayo masyadong nakabuka rito. Ang laki-laki ng butas dito para kumamit ka eh. Rito. Kaya isang pumalo na rito, may depensa, mahirap kasi bumubuka eh. Tapos ang
As a former volleyball player yourself, and kindly explain what Coach Roger Gorayev was explaining to his ladies using that board.
But basically, of course, what he wants is for them to get the right positioning. So, but of course, it's always a challenge, no? Minsan madali yung pag nagta-time out, you give instructions to your team kung saan sila dapat pumosisyon, kung sino yung i-cover nila. But everything
Outside
happens so
service
quickly
error.
inside the court that sometimes, even if you practice that during training, hindi mo nagagawa inside the court. So, just a few guidelines on positioning, kung sino yung babantayan,
Acevedo.
and which area to cover.
Right now, his ladies able to tie it up once again here at 18. Acevedo, good save there. Kainglet. Saved by Chuck Cruz on the other end. This time she's on attack mode.
Point for
Yes, go over.
Ateneo. 4 touches on the lady spikers.
Another tight set. Ateneo once again reclaiming the lead. They are up by
It's an
one.
ace.
Nobody moved to go for that volleyball.
Timeout Dlsu lady spikers.
Listen in on this LaSalle huddle.
Focus tayo. Ang dami yan sa'yo. Kaya na pang okay? Pagkakataon natin, humisi, makakatigit tayo. Dalawa lang yan. And then, pagkatapos hindi natin napatay, bumlock tayo dahil nandito sa depensa. Okay, huwag tayo magmadali sa lahat ng gagawin natin. Nagmamadali tayo eh. Ha? Ganun din ang atas. Kaya madali tayo. Kasi malilit ang kalaban mo, kailangan na magmadali tayo. Pumasok lang tayo. Ha?
Now the tone, notice that Coach Ramil De Jesus was much more serious on that huddle.
That's Michelle Datuin, former player of LaSalle. Ang daming alumni, mga graduates here to support their former team.
Chuck Cruz.
Excellent way to respond. Team captain Charlene Cruz.
Serve Abigail Marano.
But Ateneo still on top. 19 serving 20 here. This is the final four of your UAP Season 73 Women's Volleyball Tournament.
Bill
And
Cainlet.
Bill Cainlet. Can she come alive here and help her team close out this set number 2?
Now it's important that
Here's Gretchen Hall.
of course Ateneo keeps this same momentum. Does not they shouldn't commit any errors.
Good block for
And
Bea.
to take all the errors
Pascual.
coming from the LaSalle side.
In a similar situation, Ann, Ateneo found themselves ahead by 3 in the close to 25 mark, but
Too strong service.
they cannot
error.
let this happen again. In the first set, they faltered. LaSalle was able to steal it away once again from them. Let's see if Ateneo can preserve this lead and win a set.
All they need is one good reception to execute a good play.
Pascual. Esperanza surprises her.
Esperanza. Timeout Ateneo Lady Eagles.
Wala tayong receipt dyan, hindi mo tinignan yung spiker mo, binigyan mo si Bea. Baka ganon, pag binigyan kayo, Bea, alanganin. Zone 1 lagi ang targetin ninyo. Kasi yung bola manggagaling sa likod ng setter. Hindi natin kontrol, huwag nyo sayangin, lamang pa tayo ng isa ha.
A little volleyball jargon there from Coach Roger Goreb. He said, when in doubt, target zone 1. Which
Well-
portion of the court is this, Ann?
Zone 1 is facing the net.
The game is
Zone
started.
1 on the court of LaSalle. That is the right corner near the linesman there wearing yellow on your screen.
Cainlet now.
Bill
Pumps her
Cainlet.
fist. And Ateneo is closing in on taking set number 2.
Then if you're going up
Bill Cainlet.
against a team as strong as LaSalle, it's important that you get the lead. And right now Ateneo is in pretty good position with G. Hervasio and Bea Pascual in front.
And they send
The
it into
Hervasio
set
putting
point.
Ateneo at
Right
set
on
point.
cue, Z. Hervasio.
Timeout
Her sweet
Dlsu
spot.
Lady Spikers.
Let's watch this once again. Just listen in on LaSalle.
Sir, tayo, kaya pa yan. Ha? Sigang tayo. Pagka ganun yung lumayo na yung bola, bitaw na. Katarget na sa zone 1 yan. Pilitin nila sa zone 1. Kasi nandun ka eh. Pilit natin inaabot. Kung natin abutin. Ang bola kanina malayo, pilit natin inihabol mo kami natin. Kapag lang yung bola.
interesting because a while ago, the instruction of Coach Roger was for them to bring it to zone 1 kung alanganin yung set. And that's exactly the instruction also of Coach Ramil na bantayan niyo yung zone 1 kapag malayo yung bola sa net.
How did he get that information?
It's an ace!
Oh!
And we're tied at 1 set apiece!
And Ateneo able to get a set here against LaSalle. 25-21. This is the 5th lost set of LaSalle in the season on the court, not counting the forfeiture against UE. We'll be back with set number 3 only here on Studio 23. Iba Kabarkada.
Season 73 volleyball.
Roger was pointing out this.
It's Ateneo and LaSalle in the women's semifinals here in your UAAP Season 73, courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports. Ateneo found themselves in a similar situation in set number 1. They were up by 3 as they were about to close out the set. LaSalle tried to make a comeback, but this time Ateneo was able to close it out.
That's right. But, you know, in the second set, we can see that Ateneo is actually in control. In fact, they were controlling the pace of the game. They clearly maximized the opportunity. In the fact that LaSalle was committing errors, they didn't follow it. What they did was to make the most out of it and really score a lot of points. They variated their plays as well, and I think that they responded to the instructions of Coach Roger very well.
And this is going to be a crucial set number 3. Zihar Basho redeemed herself after that misreception at the end of set number 1, getting a crucial spike off that double block against LaSalle. And Bea Pascual, even Jorela De Jesus was able to contribute in that second set as we take a look at the statistics.
Yes, I was just about to mention, if you look at the statistics, LaSalle got 14 points from attacks as compared to only 8 of Ateneo. But if you look at the service aces that Ateneo scored in the second set, 5 to none of LaSalle. 9 unforced errors for LaSalle, 7 for Ateneo, which just goes to say na talagang nagka-problema yung LaSalle when it came to reception in the second set. In fact, even their defense or reception specialist, Go Hing, had her share of on these errors.
And it was indeed a service ace that won the set point for Ateneo as we enter set number 3.
This is what Coach Roger wants to see, an aggressive team playing against LaSalle.
Let's see who will take command here early on in this crucial set. LaSalle took set number 1, 26-24. Ateneo responded in set number 2, 25-21. Now, we are tied once again in set number 3. Thank you to everybody watching right now on Studio 23. I'm Anton Ross together with Ann Remulla. We have Job De Leon and Steph C. as our courtside reporters. Our director, of course, Al Neri.
It's a back row player on Dlsu.
Overreaching called on Jack Alarca.
Gretchen Hor briskly coming back into the game. Let's go to Steph C.
Huwag kayong matakot, huwag kayong magdalawang isip sa kakayahan nyo, said Coach Roger as he told the girls to be more aggressive and to believe that they can beat LaSalle. He also stressed out that they should always make a point whenever there's a chance and that they shouldn't just give it away to the opponent. To add to that, he further reminded the girls to work together as he said, huwag kayo masyadong matakaw sa bola at mag-agawan, magsalita kayo. Keeping in mind all those instructions, the Lady Eagles will attempt to start the set properly by grabbing an early lead and taking advantage of the momentum. LaSalle may be the more experienced team, but right now, Coach Roger believes that it's not about experience any longer, but it all depends on who's more aggressive and who wants it more. Anton and Ann.
And right now, Ateneo looking like they wanted more, but Acevedo once again too tough on that angle. Ateneo crowd has seemingly silenced the LaSalle crowd. The Lady Spikers have to get their crowd back into this game. Right now, they're down by 1. Ferrer, back set, goes to Z. Kainglet keeping it alive. Ho This is the third touch, and it goes out.
And it's that same area. Acevedo a while ago committed that same mistake, and Zihar Vasho repeating it.
Coach Roger unhappy with that one. Tied once again. Jack Alarca, Kainglet digging that one up. Back set, running spike. By Gretchen Hall. Excellent afternoon so far from this third-year player, Gretchen Hall, from Immaculate Conception Academy. Zihar Vasho now too strong.
Too strong service error.
Service error for Ateneo. Let's go to Job De Leon for LaSalle.
Anton, in this third set, Coach Ramil wants the Lady Archers to put themselves in a position to score, and he means this quite literally. He told the girls that they have to space the floor better, especially in the back row. He said the defense there has been inconsistent and needs to step up. Next, he told the girls that they're not really in the game, that there's no focus in reception and setting, Coach said, and that makes it harder for them to get their offense going. He ended the huddle with a challenge to the girls. He asked them, bakit ba kayo nakikipagsabayan? Ito lang ba ang nakakaya nyo? And we'll see how they respond in this set. Anton and Dan?
Thank you, Job. Well, many times we've heard from numerous coaches, the first thing that they're going to say is, receive muna. Because when you receive the ball, that is how you generate your offense. And during that last set, LaSalle wasn't doing such a good job at that. That is why Ateneo was able to get set number 2. Let's see how they will respond here in set number 3. Right now, Ateneo up by 1, 5-4. Maranyo attacks Lazaro, and the rookie can't handle it.
Maranyo from the open area.
And Stephanie Mercado.
They're tied once again. Ferrer goes to Kainglet. We have a violation on LaSalle point for Ateneo.
A lot of errors
On the Lady
really
Spikers.
causing LaSalle.
Serve direction.
Esperanza clearly with a net violation there.
6 serving 5. This is the final 4 of your women's volleyball tournament in season 73 of the UAAP. And keeping her fans alive here.
You know, what makes Kainglet effective is that right now there is there's a variety in terms of her offense. You would see her sometimes hitting the ball hard, but there would be moments also when she would suddenly change last minute and just drop the ball.
Too strong service error.
But that service error will keep LaSalle close, and Coach Roger Goreyev. Another sayang moment for his Ateneo Lady Eagles. The joust at the top. Lazaro popping it up from the back row. Acevedo dug up by Maranyo and Jack Alarca. What a smart move. So easy. Too easy for Jack Alarca. Tied again. A lot of deadlocks here in set number 3. Ferrer back set, running spike for Pascual.
And she gets
On the
it.
line, Barbeo
Touch the line.
First technical
And when it
timeout.
touches the line, according to the rules, that ball is in. 8-7, Ateneo up by 1. Back with more Final 4 action after these. Chuck Cruz and the rest of the De La Salle University Lady Spikers building a 6-point lead here against the Lady Eagles after the Katipunan-based squad kept it close during the opening moments of this crucial third set. Both teams have won a set apiece. LaSalle winning the first set 26-24, and then Ateneo countering with a 25-21 set 2 win. But Steph Mercado is right there. 7-point lead for the Lady Spikers.
LaSalle's dominance in the front line now really working for them. Single block.
Esperanza, Mercado, dug up well by Kainglet. Gervasio getting denied, but it goes out, so a point for the Lady Eagles.
But this again, Gumabao had the right timing, but the angle of the ball just went out.
Ateneo trying to keep themselves alive here in set number 3. Gervasio digging it up. Acevedo. Still playable here for LaSalle. Gumabao, she's been quiet here in this third set.
Oh, that touches the antenna.
Point for Ateneo.
And Gumabao actually acknowledges that infraction. Look at that. She did touch the antenna.
Two to nothing run here for Ateneo. Let's see if they can sustain it. Steph Mercado.
Point
And
again
the
for the
error.
Lady Eagles.
Now at the side of LaSalle.
Timeout, LaSalle Lady Spikers.
And now Coach Ramil calls a timeout.
Huwag nila ako natanong sa tapit, ahawa kami ang antena. Hindi ba yung ahawa kami ang antena? Kanina naman awkward, sakta tayo didi ng palo. Hindi natin nagagawa. Alam nyo, masyado kayo nagpapekto sa gusto nyo gawin eh. Naiinip kayo, yung pasensya wala, yung patience, sabi nawawala. Di ba? Tingnan natin mabuti. Tinayin lang natin. Masyado kayo naiinip sa ginagawa nyo eh. Saga, kung wala kami yan.
Consumption of the game, Bay of Pascual to serve.
Alarca denied there.
Oh, Paul, lucky point for Ateneo.
And the 4-0 run by the Lady Eagles.
You know, this is what I've noticed with LaSalle. Kapag nag-point sila, dire-diretso, but also when they commit errors, at least for this game, tuloy-tuloy din. They don't get to put a stop to it right away.
Ateneo on a 4-0 run. Let's see if LaSalle can stop the run and the momentum of the ladies in blue. Ferrer back set. Acevedo dug up well there by Esperanza.
Cruz sends that over.
Running spike for Ho on the way.
Not the best forms, not the best attacks for Ho, but you know, with the help of the net, she gets that point. Sumabit sa net but you know, that actually scored them the point.
From a deficit of 7, Ateneo has cut it to 2. Maraño. Wait a minute, that's Steph Mercado. Excuse me.
Look at the reach.
Serving Jack.
Finally stopping that 5-0 run of Ateneo. 18-15 in favor of LaSalle. And great denial there on that double block by LaSalle. Mercado. Salts after that successful block. The leader of LaSalle, Steph Mercado. Gervasio now goes to the middle.
One more block.
And LaSalle is showing why they are the best blocking team in the league. Let's listen in on Ateneo. But once again, 3 Lady Spikers denying Z. Gervasio.
Iba na ang decision mo niya. Okay, bakit tayo nagko-coverage? Para pag may pumapalo, block, kukunin natin. Eh, ang problema, pag may pumapalo, nanonood kayo eh. Si Gretchen nandito, sinet sa open doon, nakatayo ka, nanonood ka ron. Hindi po pwede, kailangan team effort lagi, sunod na sunod. Pag may pumapalo, wala ka time out.
Again, it all boils down to reception.
But you know, I want to give credit to Ateneo. They had good reception, series of good reception. It's just that they're really having a difficult time penetrating the blocks of LaSalle. So tama si Coach Roger, what they need, they know that they're up against strong blockers. They have to make sure na may coverage palagi.
Even after getting blocked. Ferrer now back set. Acevedo. A little difficult for her, but she was ready for it. Ferrer goes to Hervaso. Is it in? And the referee says yes.
Serves the Hervaso.
Can the Lady Eagles make a comeback?
Abigail
Marano
Marano.
easily over Gretchen Ho and Phil Kainglet.
Kainglet that time was actually late in blocking Marano.
5-point lead for LaSalle here in set number 3. Oh!
Too short for Cara
That was
Acevedo.
that power
4 touches
from Acevedo.
on the Lady Eagles.
This is a totally different Ateneo team we're seeing. This team that we're looking at now lacks aggressiveness. Not what we saw in the first set.
And now, Joan C., we were talking about her a while ago, and coming in for Esperanza. So I believe Chuck Cruz will be the setter here.
Another point for Dlsu.
Again, this is what we're seeing. What's nice about the lineup of LaSalle is that maraming huhugutin si Coach Ramil. So if ever one player doesn't, perform and play her usual game, he always has his bench to look at.
Esperanza, the rookie setter, given a rest here by Coach Ramil.
One more block.
And the reigning best blocker coming in and doing some
It's set
damage.
point for the Lady
This was the
Tigers.
excellent timing. And look at that angle. Inabot na talaga yung bola to get a block.
Contributing,
Oh,
even though she is not
This time a point for
that
Ateneo.
warmed up off the bench.
But Marano there was too eager to get a touch on that ball. That's why she committed a net infraction.
Well, Marano
Acevedo
wants to take
serve.
this third set and put the Lady Eagles on the ropes. Can they get it right here? Chuck Cruz back set to Steph.
And
there you
once
go.
Again, another set going to the Dlsu Lady Spikers.
LaSalle, after a tight third set, finding their way and pulling away in set number 3 as they take it 25-17. They are up 2 sets to 1. Set number 4 coming up. You're watching Uaap Season 73 Women's Volleyball Tournament only here on Studio 23. Iba Kabarkada.
The UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
For Ateneo. Well, Ateneo had the chance to go ahead in set number 3, but LaSalle just buckled down. They built a 7-point lead at 17-10. Ateneo tried to come back. They cut the deficit to 2, but in the end, LaSalle just pulled away and took set number 3. Now they have a 2-1 advantage over their arch rivals.
That's right. During the break, we've heard Coach Roger give the instructions to the girls. In the second set, it was a different story for LaSalle. Blocking, of course, they're the #1 blocking team, and it worked very well for them in the second set. Kaya yung bilin nga ni Coach Roger doon, if your teammate is attacking the ball, you have to make sure that there's coverage. Something that was actually missing in the second set. In the first set, we saw how good they were. They were very scrappy on the floor. Each and every ball, kahit na you would think it's impossible to get, they would get it. But, it's kind of changed in the second set.
Ateneo entering this fourth set. This is going to be big for them. If they lose, they will be eliminated from the tournament. LaSalle will move on to face UST in the finals, which will take place on Wednesday. Of course, with a coach like Coach Roger Goreyev, whose multi-title comes from a winning background, he does not want to have a down season considering the progress that they had last year, finishing in 3rd place. Let's take a look at the statistics of set number 3.
LaSalle scoring 10 points from attacks compared to 9 of Ateneo. In terms of blocking, 5 points for LaSalle as compared to 2 of Ateneo. 6 unforced errors for LaSalle and 9 for Ateneo.
So that was the big difference. 9 unforced errors for Ateneo as we begin set number 4. Thank you once again to each one of you watching right now on Studio 23. This is courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports, live from the arena in San Juan City. I'm Anton Ross together with Anne Remulla. We have Job De Leon and Steph C patrolling the sidelines. And of course, this game's directed by Al Neri. Right now, LaSalle trying to close this one out, but Ateneo has other plans, of course, trying to force a do-or-die game. LaSalle finishing the elimination round with a 13-1 record ahead of everybody on the team standings. Ateneo finishing 4th with 8 and 6. LaSalle has the twice-to-beat advantage. UST already waiting in the finals after defeating the Adamson Lady Falcons last Wednesday, 3-1.
Touching the net on Dlsu.
Okay, let's go to Stephanie C for Ateneo.
Well, disappointed that LaSalle was able to grab the 2-set advantage. The Lady Eagles will make sure that they win this 4th set. Even before the start of this match, Coach Roger was already anticipating a 5-set game. And at this rate, he's hoping that the whole battle will end in their favor. With the way that the previous 3 sets ended, it's obvious that it's been a close game, and at some point, Ateneo was always leading. Now, Coach Roger indicated that there is a need to limit errors. Sabi niya kasi na kung kailan lumalamang tayo, binibigay lang natin sa kanila. He knows that the girls can defeat LaSalle, and all they have to do is to play hard and to play smart. As he further said, na sa laban na to, di pwedeng pumili ng bola, basta laban lang ng laban. Anton and Ann?
Thank you, Steph. Coach Roger Correa pointing out that glaring statistic of unforced errors, 9 for Ateneo in set number 3. They have to limit that here in this do-or-die set number 4. Shakey's fast serve. This is Jack Alarca. Shakey's It's Fun Family Pizza. Ferrer up high, goes to Cara.
Cara finds that open area.
This time, let's go to Job De Leon for an update on LaSalle.
Anton, in big games like these, Coach Ramil told his girls that playing like a winner is invaluable. He said that this definitely translates into good things on the court, so he wants them to show a bit of swagger in the plays that they run and the way they handle themselves out on the floor. Next, he told them that they can't afford to relax just yet in this 4th set. He said Ateneo is a very active team, so our defense has to be quick to react and beat their spikers to their spots. He said that this hustle and attitude makes a difference between winning by a point and winning by a wide margin. And of course, the latter is which he prefers. Anton and Dan?
Hustle and attitude. Elements that you won't find on the stat sheet. LaSalle possessing that one on this rally. Wild rally.
And a good effort on the part of the Lady Eagles to run after that ball.
That was Phil Gainet keeping it alive, but Maranyo taking advantage of Ateneo's Eagles, who were just about to get back into position. And again, Ateneo is taking the lead early on here.
And of course, that's very important. Sabi nga ni Coach Roger, it's important for them to get this set, and to make it easier for the Lady Eagles, they need to take the lead over LaSalle.
Speranza sending that one back to Ateneo. Phil Kainglet dug up by Maranyo, and Maranyo, does she get it? Yes, she does. Look at the intensity on Abigail Maranyo's face. You know she wants this one. They want to end it in this 4th set. But right now, they find themselves down by 1. Lazaro popping it up. Ferrer quickly to Ho. This is going to be a free ball for Ateneo. Ferrer, back set. Acevedo Gumawa bravely keeping that one alive. What a rally we're having here. Chuck Cruz, and it's over. Game tied at 5.
such a cruise. Go for that attack.
Vasho and Lazaro falling like dominoes. Oh! What a response by Phil Kailet, giving Gumabo a facial, and not in a good way.
Look at this again.
Serving
Uaap wasn't even able to react.
Showing a little bit of her muscles, Phil Kailet.
And that may have affected the Lady Spikers rather.
And once again, the crowd of Ateneo waking up as their team takes a 2-point lead.
And remember, LaSalle lost one set earlier because of the service aces of Ateneo.
First technical timeout of the fourth set. Ateneo, a good start, up by 3. We'll be back. Ateneo Lady Eagles not going away without a fight. They are up right now by 3, 8-5 in this do-or-die set for them. Bea Pascual playing in what could be her final game, wearing the blue and white, wanting to live the fight another day as they face the LaSalle Lady Spikers, who have a twice-to-beat advantage.
And it's good to see that Ateneo, even at the service line, is trying to maximize their services to score some points. Phil just laughing that one off.
No more chance for that one on the fourth touch.
Serving Abigail Marano.
In games like this, and what does it come down to?
Well, you know, if you were Ateneo, you'd think that you'd have to get the lead against LaSalle because you know that in this game, sila yung underdogs eh. Mahirap na you're going up against a strong team, tapos iisipin mo pahahabol ka sa kanila. So they are in a better position if they have the lead. But for LaSalle, of course, what they need is not to be overconfident. You know, Ateneo earlier was successful in getting a set from them, and we see that LaSalle is still vulnerable and they still do commit these errors. So what you need really is focus in the game.
Way too short service error.
Speaking of errors, Gretchen Ho, a momentary lapse there on that service error.
Cha Cruz.
Ferrer now goes to Phil. That one in earlier, and
Phil
that one in again.
Phil very effective in her position.
The third Phil Kailet.
Doing what Coach Roger asked for, just hitting that volleyball with confidence and conviction. Is it there? Yes, it is! Wow! Ateneo with a 4-point lead.
Timeout
Forces Coach Ramil to call a timeout.
Sa tumalon, kasalo ka lang naman, saluhin mo lang. Kasi ang ginagawa natin, inaabot mo, pagka inabot mo, wala ka sa pwesto. Doon ka sa pwesto mo, bayan mo si Mika sa pwesto niya. Then Mika sa tayo, sunod drop na yan. Pag nahuli. Naintindihan? Then pag kayo mong lagay-lagay na ng bola, alam na lalagay mo yung bola dyan kung paluin mo. Paluin.
They need to anticipate clearly. Kailangan nila makita kung papaluin ng Ateneo or what it is that Ateneo will do. And in this case, Ateneo scored quite a few points already, and you know, they've been catching the defense of LaSalle unaware. Alarca still not successful.
And again,
Defense.
this time it's Ziher Vasho getting through that double block of LaSalle.
Scoring a point against Melissa Gohing.
5-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Steph Mercado!
Stephanie Mercado with a floater.
And Ferrer talking to rookie libero Lazaro after she was late for that coverage. Great experience by Steph Mercado using that, just easily tipping it over that double block of the Lady Eagles. Oh! And they keep it alive. What an amazing save by Bea Pascual. But Alarca
Outside.
is out.
Alarca was in a rush to score a point. This is what Coach Ramil also pointed out earlier. Ang daming errors, and what LaSalle needs is actually patience. Hindi mo pwedeng madaliin yung mga kailangan gawin inside the court.
Acevedo now setting it up to Z. Good block, but the reception was there for Ateneo. Esperanza goes to Steph. Steph gets dug up by Phil Cainglet, and Herbacio gets stuffed.
Oh, a block for Dlsu.
But credit to Cainglet for doing an excellent job with the coverage.
Cainglet, a big reason for Ateneo to get that second set. Oh!
Block for Bea
Oh, wow! And Pascual roaring!
And she enjoyed that point.
Intensity.
Marani, on the other hand, thought that she had a teammate who would cover that ball.
Look at the reaction! Whoa! And now the crowd getting into it.
And I guess the officials giving a few reminders for Pascual on her reaction. But of course, these are the things that you can't control also while you're in the game, diba? If you're really into it and you score a point, minsan nadadala ka ng emotion.
I don't mind that. I don't mind emotion. This game can be played with emotion. And an excellent display of emotion there by Bea Pascual, reminding the LaSalle players that she was once a Best Blocker awardee in the UAP as well.
Free ball.
Oh!
But Gumabo makes a statement with that attack. Actually missed time block also for Ateneo. These are the things that the Ateneo really has to give importance to, yung blocking, because ang lalakas ng opensa ng LaSalle, and they really need to be there at the net.
That is going to be too strong for Z Herbacio. Ateneo was leading by as many as 5. LaSalle has now cut into it. They are down by 3. Steph Mercado for LaSalle, 11, serving 14. And the rally begins here. Running spike again for Ho. Micaela Esperanza keeping it alive. Chacrudo!
Short for Chacrudo.
Unforced error.
So far, Ateneo doing a great job in keeping this lead against LaSalle.
Running hit there by Cha just to keep it alive. And a violation there.
More contest on the Lady Eagles. Here's Michelle Gumabo.
Michelle Gumabo and the rest of the Lady Spikers trying to come back in this 4th set. They are leading 2 sets to 1. Oh! But Phil Cainglet is just doing it all for Ateneo. And they are up by 4. Can they take this set number 4 and send it into a 5th set? Find out. Keep it right here on Studio 23. For Coach Roger Gorep.
Kasi huwag kang papasok ng pagganito. Huwag kang papasok ng pagganito, Zio. Lalaki ng blocker mo eh. Sige na. Dapat ang pasok mo pag ganito lang lagi, oh. Ha? Pagka gano'n, nandito na sige, mabilisan yung bala. Pato mo doon sa quicker, huwag ka palaging doon sa open. Yun yung mahirap lakin eh, kasi iniisip nila doon sa open dahil sisibig tayo naman ng timing ni Dlsu.
Well, those instructions pretty straightforward and directed to Jem Ferrer. Again, setters play a very crucial role in a team. They actually drive the pace. They even yung discard nila is very important. In this case, what the Coach Roger wants is to be not as predictable. Kailangan pagalawin nila yung blockers ng LaSalle. Let's see though if Jem Ferrer would be able to execute that.
So here we go with this rally. Herbacio stopped on a double block.
Point for Dlsu.
And Ferrer unable to keep that one alive. LaSalle has come to within one. Can they turn this thing around?
Of course, for the Lady Eagles, what they don't want is to waste the effort that they put in maintaining that lead they had a while ago.
Almost a costly misreception there for Ateneo. Gumabaw, dug up well by Phil Cainglet. They go to Z, but she hits it
Short
straight
for
to the net.
The game is tied.
LaSalle right now able to tie the score at 19.
And now, De Jesus in the game for Ateneo. Coach Roger hoping for her to be the rabbit that he pulls out of his magic hat. Ferrer back set. They go to Pascual. Wait a minute.
Net infraction by Steph Mercado.
The ladies Spikers.
Let's watch it. Okay, she did touch the net. That net moved. So Ateneo once again reclaims the lead, but Ferrer with a costly service error. And Coach Roger has nothing to do but to just smile it off and scratch the back of his head.
Serving Chakalaka.
From where we're seated, I can see him nod. Just, napapailing na lang si Coach Roger.
This is the time to capitalize. Who will do that? Will it be LaSalle or Ateneo? Game is tied at 20. Who will take the lead? Ferrer puts it up. De Jesus. And a good save there by Chuck Cruz. What a rally. The elevator elevates. Still alive here. Mercado finally finishing that one.
And Dlsu regains the lead. Timeout, Ateneo ladies.
Kung dadalhin yung bola, doon sa babaw dumadaan yung bola, di ba? Kaya nung inaabangan nyo nun, yung bola nandyan lang sa harap nyo. Pag yung pahirapin yung simpleng bola, ay pagka yung nag-aabang lang ng bola, ay talaga mamamatay yan. Dapat iba ginagawa natin, pag may pumapalo, hingin nyo, bigay mo sa akin yung bola. Ay wala, nakitunangan lang kayo dyan.
Coach Roger no longer putting out that blackboard, just going with simple instructions.
Substitution.
This is a crucial stage
The elevator.
of this game right now. De Jesus comes out, Herbacio back in. Ateneo was leading majority of this fourth set, but LaSalle able to tie it up at 20 and then take the lead at 21. Let's see if they can build on that. No.
Service error.
A service error by Jack Alarca.
And this, of course, gives hope to Ateneo.
Serve Bea Pascual.
This set can still be anybody's set.
And the LaSalle crowd booing Bea Pascual. Oh!
For Stephanie Mercado.
This time, mishit there.
Timeout, Dlsu ladies Spikers.
Let's listen in on LaSalle.
Ito na gagawin, bisinta na maganda. Kung tiyata sa gagawin, cooperate tayo. Ha? Kung hindi alanganin, gawa ng paraan. Kumover tayo, bawi tayo kagad. Hindi ko pwedeng nagkamali na. Huwag natin isipin magkakamali. Gawa natin ng paraan susunod. Isip tayo ng ayos, diskarte na maganda. Okay? Pwede tayo sabay ng bola.
Coach Ramil just trying to be very positive there, encouraging his team na magkaroon ng kumpiyansa sa sarili. And if they do commit errors, not to dwell on them, but to make sure that they get back on their feet and makabawi by scoring a point. Let's see if they can get a good reception.
Gohing starts that one off.
That was a high drop ball.
Gervasio getting denied, but this one is still playable. Esperanza, a quick to Maranyo!
Quick spike there,
From that
Abigail
chance ball,
Maranyo.
LaSalle gets to deliver a good quick attack. Excellent timing by Maranyo.
One of the best center spikers in the UAAP, despite only being in her sophomore year. And again, Gervasio with another costly misreception. That happened in the first set, and
That's right, and you know, again, I see Coach Rogers shaking his head, I guess, in disappointment. These are the things that you don't want to see. You know, the opponent scoring points from service receptions like that.
And LaSalle with the lead now. But Phil Kainglet stops the momentum for a moment at least. 23 all.
Third,
Gervasio not anymore doing her usual jump serve.
Good dig there by the libero. Lazaro against Cha Cruz, but Gumabao trying to surprise Ateneo. Lazaro was ready for that, and Phil Kainglet.
If you were to nominate who the best player is for Ateneo for this game, I would have to say Phil Kainglet is really doing an excellent job for Ateneo.
No doubt, and the Ateneo fans are feeling the rush, but LaSalle and Maranyo is starring here in this very crucial fourth set. It is anybody's set at this point. We've been tied at 20, 21, 22, 23, and now 24, but Gumabao!
That was way too long.
And she knows that she could have avoided that.
Too much force in that serve.
And now, Ateneo with the advantage. Cara Acevedo.
LaSalle needs a good reception. They cannot commit any more mistakes.
Cha Cruz. This is still playable for Ateneo. They keep it alive. Esperanza goes to Cruz. Lazaro. Unbelievable dig. Kainglet trying to fly. Mercado keeping it alive for Ateneo. Ferrer back to Kainglet. Denied.
Oh, LaSalle scoring that point. You see how the crowd is really loving this action.
Unbelievable. What a ball game. And the intensity level here inside the arena may have just stopped that UST LaSalle last game of the elimination round. It's getting in better here in the UAP as Phil Kainglet again.
And you can really see that Ateneo doesn't want to let go of this fourth set. They do want to extend this game to a 5-set match.
And they can do it right here. An excellent opportunity to do just that. Alarca denied back to LaSalle. This is their offense. Cha Cruz, access denied. Ferrer putting it up. Kainglet misfooting there. Still alive. What a rally. Can she finish it right here? Not yet. They go to Cha Cruz.
Oh, and that hits the line. I really like what I'm seeing right now. Both teams not letting go of the set. At that,
To everybody who came here to the arena today, napakasulit yung binayad nyo.
they're getting their money's worth, even their time, actually.
And to everybody watching on Studio 23 right now with us, thank you very much. But Let, as you said, Anne, giving it her all here in this fourth set. She has starred for the ladies in blue, but right now she goes to the back row. She's going to serve. This has been a tug of war. Fourth set.
Just one more point, though, for Ateneo. Let's see, though, if LaSalle can pull one off.
A lot of power on that hit by Z Hervasio. She'll try again. Oh! And Pascual gets it to a fifth and the
And Ateneo forces this game to go into 5 sets.
And for the second time in the season, the De La Salle University Lady Spikers go into the 5th set in the second game in a row. Last time against UST, this afternoon against Ateneo. Strap on your seatbelt, folks. Set number 5 coming up. Keep it right here on Studio 23. Iba Kabarkada.
UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Now, Anne, I know this game is not over yet. We still have one more set to play. But in recent memory in the UAAP, this has got to be one of the most exciting and intense Ateneo and LaSalle match that we have seen so far.
That's right. And you know, kanina, when Ateneo entered the scene, they were saying, we will capitalize on LaSalle's overconfidence. And I would think that on LaSalle's end, they didn't imagine that this game would reach 5 sets, because the first time they met, it was 4 sets. The second time they met, they played better. They ended the game in 3 sets. Malayo yung score. But this time around, you know, you can really feel and see that Ateneo really wants to win this game. They have their hearts into it. You can see that in terms of action, especially Vilca Inglet doing really a splendid job in offense.
And I'd like to credit also Bea Pascual. Remember, look at that right there. When she shouted, that kind of pumped up her whole team and the crowd as well. That even forced the LaSalle crowd to boo her. But, you know, Bea Pascual knows that this could be her last game in the UAAP, and she's going out swinging hard.
And of course, it's an emotional game for her. You mentioned this might be her last game. So, syempre for you, what you want is to exit in a good way. And, you know, for Ateneo, win or lose this game, they've pushed LaSalle to 5 sets. Looking at a score, this is pretty impressive. Ateneo scoring 18 attack points compared to only 15 of LaSalle. 2 service aces as compared to 1 of LaSalle. But when it comes to unforced errors, just about even with 7 for LaSalle and 6 for Ateneo.
Once again, I would like to thank everybody watching right now on Studio 23. We at ABS-CBN Sports are proud to give you this amazing treat, Ateneo and LaSalle, this afternoon in the Final 4 of your UAAP Season 73. LaSalle wants to advance to the finals against UST. Ateneo wants to force this to a do-or-die game. And it has been a while since Ateneo defeated LaSalle. They have not done it since Coach Roger Goreyab took the helm. Let's go to Steph C for an update.
Well, as Coach Roger expected, they've extended the game to a 5th set, and surely it's a do-or-die match, as you mentioned a while ago, except that Coach Roger doesn't want the Lady Eagles to die. Instead, he wants them to go all out and to win it all already. Now, as a coach, he told me earlier that he's happy that they made it to the Final 4, but without a doubt, making it to the finals would be better. So for this last set, he instructed the girls to execute their plays properly. In addition to that, it's always been possible to conquer the Lady Archers. Kailangan lang ng sipag at syaga, making sure not to lose this chance. The Lady Eagles will attempt to grab an early lead in order to get the advantage in this crucial set. Anton and Anne.
Well, Steph, Coach Roger Goreyab, again, what kind of coach can you get out there? He's the best one possible. 25 years of coaching experience, coached in every level imaginable, multi-titled, and
a lot of championships.
Yes, and at this point, it seems that the players are finally getting it of Ateneo. They know that one day they want to be at the level of the LaSalles, the FEUs, and the USTs and the UAP, and right now they are showing that desire. Let's go to Job De Leon for a courtside update on LaSalle.
Anton, right now it's crunch time, and Coach Ramil wants the Lady Spikers to lock in mentally, especially since momentum is not on their side. He said it's the little things that cost them in that previous set, like not being able to know, or being aware rather, of who's on the floor. Like for example, he said Ateneo's shorter blockers should have been an advantage for them. When he told them, wag kayong magmadali, walang dahilan para magmadali sa game na to. He told the setter to be able to make sure that she locates her hitters and feeds them accordingly. Lastly, he told them na puso importante sa set na to. So let's see, Anton, if that passion is enough to carry them into the finals. Anton and Dan?
Thank you, Job. You know what this game reminds me of, Ann? Remember that UST Ateneo game that we covered last year, wherein in the end you said it was the heart and the determination that carried Ateneo to the victory over the eventual defending champions UST.
Yes, and of course, that's what we are hoping to see again here in this fifth set. That would, make things a lot more exciting actually, no? Kung natalo ng Ateneo yung LaSalle ngayon, that would be, I guess, could be a wake-up call for LaSalle and momentum booster, of course, for Ateneo.
But then, of course, LaSalle still enjoying this twice-to-beat advantage, but of course, they would like to end this today because UST would have a good chance to rest, but Gumabaw getting pumped up here. Timeout, Lady Eagles.
Hindi tayo pwede maglaro ng ganyan. Tutungangaan na naman tayo, bumabalik yung ginagawa natin dati sa mga laro. Pag nandun na, all out na dyan, nandun sa harap mo yung bola, kunin mo na.
Tara.
Hindi tayo, tatad na naman tayo ng error, lamang nga tayo ng 3-1 dyan eh.
Tara, dalawa.
Hindi po pwede, girls. 1 to 15 lang yan, hindi 1 to 25, ha?
Coach Roger reminding the girls that, of course, the fifth set is very short. It only goes up to 15 points. So, hindi ganun kalaki yung room for you na you can't tell yourself, hahabulin ko na lang yan. Because your opponent, kung mauuna yan ng malaki, you would have a difficult time in catching up.
And immediately, he calls a timeout to make sure his girls are aware of that. Jem Ferrer back set to Z Herbacio. LaSalle able to keep it alive. And Pascual just slapping that one over, but Maraño.
Maraño, when she gets a good set, can really get a good hit as well. Nice form and good angle.
Doing just that, as you saw clearly on that replay. And right now, Ateneo committing unforced errors. Z Herbacio too strong on that one. Down by 4 now.
And this is what Coach Roger pointed out earlier during her huddle. Kanina, it was actually 3-1, Ateneo with the lead. But, LaSalle was able to turn things around.
Scoring 6 straight points. Ateneo has been stuck at 3. They go to Z. And finally, she stops the run.
Now, I think for Ateneo, they're also waiting for Phil Cainglet to rotate in front.
Still getting harsh treatment from the LaSalle crowd is Bea Pascual. Another running spike from Gretchen Ho. Back-to-back points for Z Herbacio. And now it is Coach Ramil's turn to call a timeout.
Sabi ko naman sa'yo, saan mo kami, saan ka ba mag-vlog? Alam ka, iniayos mo kami mo. Hindi ko, kaya mo na siya, doon lang natanin mo, nakabot lang. Okay? Kasi pwede yan, magbalik mo lagi sa mga ito. Nandito, balik dito ka.
during that last part of the huddle, Coach Ramil shouting that they have to receive.
Back to the ball game. The serve, Bea Pascual.
Poor reception again. Melissa Gohing seems to be having a difficult time in getting a good reception.
Another running spike by Gretchen Ho, denied by the double block of LaSalle. Acevedo with a dump. Maraño from the middle. That was a good set, but good block by Ho. And an amazing save by Phil Cainglet. What a rally. Mercado running hit. And this one is still alive.
Credit the defense of Ateneo.
Steph will try again.
Stephanie Mercado. Change court.
Steph Mercado. 21 years old.
Currently on her last playing year together with Alarca.
Only began playing volleyball when she was in first year high school. Played her first volleyball before being a volleyball player, and an excellent volleyball player she is for De La Salle University.
Of course, athleticism runs in the family.
And like you, Ann, she one day wants to work for a multinational corporation after she's through with volleyball.
A lot of information there, huh?
Siyempre, I do my homework.
Nice, but for now,
yes,
we have here Ateneo with a better rotation, I would say. They have Phil Cainglet now in the front line. Let's see if Phil can convert more points for the team.
Lazaro popping that one up. Another running spike from Ho.
Ho gets a good angle on that running attack. We can see Jempere really varying her offense at this point, trying not to be as predictable. But Maraño, unstoppable right now for LaSalle.
Super sophomore Abigail Maraño.
Maraño currently ranked number 3 in terms of attacks, or rather best spikers.
Ho again with a running spike, but this time it is too wide.
Now is very crucial for Ateneo. LaSalle has a 3-point lead. Again, the 5th set only lasts up to 15. So it's very important that they really keep it close with LaSalle.
Coach Roger unhappy with that last hit by Phil Cainglet.
Time out, Ateneo Lady Eagles.
I'd like to hear this huddle.
Wala ka na sa check. Sabi na, chance ball na yan, nasasayang natin eh. Kaya sige. Then pagka ganun, paluin mo na. Neng, ano to eh, 1 to 15 lang to eh. Igaganunin mo lang yung bola, di maigip ang pinalo mo na block, tapos nakuha natin. Enough. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, pati bayan na ng diptip ko eh, ha?
The words of Coach Roger Goreev, a man who has seen it all in the sport of volleyball here in our country, knows that at times like this, at moments like this in the game of volleyball, sometimes it all boils down to who has the stronger heart. Right now, Ateneo has to find that heart as they are down by 4. But Acevedo, the lefty, finding an opening.
Well, we've seen and felt that, the passion and that determination from Ateneo in the 2 sets that they've won against LaSalle. All they need is to bring it back here in the 5th set. We've been saying that, this set only goes up to 15, but, a game is not won at 12. So for Ateneo, there is still a chance for as long as, they do everything right from this point on.
Lazaro has to send this one over. Esperanza on the offensive. Ateneo was not ready for that one.
But this coming off a reception that was going to go over the net.
And the Ateneo crowd has been silenced. LaSalle closing in on match point.
Kainglet once again successful in getting a point.
They have to take baby steps, step by step, to get back here. Gretchen Ho has played her heart out as well. Very emotional in this game, but
It's outside.
Wasted
error.
And
What
it's
a
match
costly
point
mistake
and second
for
final
Gretchen Ho.
point for Dlsu.
And now LaSalle is finally at match point, 1 point away from a return trip to the finals against UST. But Kainglet delays it. At least at that point. But they have to stay perfect from this point on. Tremendous focus is what the Blue Eagles need. Hervasio. Oh!
That's outside. And
Ateneo gave it a good fight though. Credit to the Lady Eagles for pushing LaSalle and extending this game to 5 sets.
There you have it. One team had to win.
That's right. And nothing to be ashamed of. Again, like what I said, nothing to be ashamed of for Ateneo. They played very well. We've seen the passion, the heart. They pushed LaSalle to 5 sets.
There you have it. In the 5th set, LaSalle finally winning it 15-10. But our hats off to Ateneo. They put up a tremendous fight. And our Shakey's best player, of course, Steph Mercado. Shakey's, it's fun.